What is up, nerds? I am Taylor. This is YouTube, or I don't know if you're watching this in the future. It's maybe not. It's probably not. Probably all taken over by Meta, all owned by that dickbag, Mark Zuckerberg or some shit. But more importantly, this is Unboxing Match, where I have a weekly guest on, and we swap mystery boxes and just talk about comics and life and stuff. It is not a competition, as some people in the chat have implied that it is. It's just kind of a friendly way to get rid of some books you may not want, give some books you may want, and just talk and have fun. And so it's kind of a spin on things, because mystery boxes are exhausting if you do them for monetary value, and then it just makes me cranky, and I'm already cranky. So this is a way to do it without being cranky. And my guest tonight is the one, the only, the whitest of shadows, Mr. Chip Gettler. And let's bring him on. What's up, man? How you doing? Oh, you're wearing a...
How you like my shirt?
I do. There we go.
Yeah. My wife picked out the design.
Nice.
She's like, "Oh, I got to get that one. You got to print that one." So,
yeah, it's a classy one. So
yes. The dog peeing.
Yeah.
It's like awesome. Very cool.
How are you doing tonight, sir?
Very good. How are you today?
I'm doing okay. It is a Monday. It's the start of the grind.
It's fine. It's a 6.0 day today. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all right. I want to say hi to the chat real quick.
By all means, definitely.
Chad, I need to get you on here because you're not watching this now. I don't know why the hell you didn't say this. You wrote that comment hours ago, but I want to get you on here, Chad. I think it'd be fun. Las Cruces, same. Although
always,
that son of a bitch wins more comics than anybody else I've ever seen.
I was going to say,
he won some today. Anyways, congrats. So did I, so I'm not complaining. Dracula, actual Drac will be on in a couple weeks on here, and Brian will be on next week. So basically, the people watching tonight are just future guests. So
that's
what's up, Steven C? Speaking of the other guy that wins everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. He lives near me, so gotta go harass him.
What's up? I'm just gonna leave that comment because I can't be bothered to try and figure out how to remove it. So hang on. Oh, I can actually do it from here now. Nice. You can finally block users from StreamYard, which is nice. So, what's up, Doritos? Anyways.
What's up, Doritos?
Yeah, so, okay. This is, like you and I said, about $100 price point. And we each, your box is bigger, so you win that one. What's up, Mr. Links?
I don't know.
I don't either. It's all about size matters. So
it was the box that was sitting here.
Yeah. And the guest kind of always opens first because it's my rules.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have you go, and then
all right.
I'm going to ask you questions and make this really awkward while you're trying to multitask. So
the package I got from Mr. Winder.
Do you have a favorite comic book character or anything? Because you're not you kind of stopped sort of collecting for a bit, right? Comics, and we're focusing more on Star Wars figures and stuff.
I actually, it's kind of funny because I actually do a little bit of both still. I mean, so when I first started collecting comics, because I'm new to this, trust me, I'm way newer than any of you guys are. So, when I started collecting comics, the first comic that I actually ever got was Hulk.
Nice.
Actually, it was Weapon H. So it was that whole Weapons of Mass Destruction and Weapon H, and then all that, and then ended up going from that to piggyback it. And then I was like, oh, I've always liked Amazing Spider-Man. I mean, hell, who doesn't like Spider-Man? So of course I decided I'm going to get every Spider-Man. I'm going to pull a Rob, and I'm going to try to get every Spider-Man.
I mean, it's a minor little ambition and very cheap.
Yeah. You don't realize how much those cost when you're not a collector.
Yeah.
So I decided that I was abandoning that, but I do like Daredevil, Amazing Spider-Man. Star Wars.
That's cool. You could probably get all of Weapon H pretty easily.
I already have it all. Because I bought it. I bought them as they were coming out, so I've had them for a while. I actually went even farther into that Weapon H where I started getting the precursors to Weapon H, where they were doing the Battle World or something like that, where it's got all the different versions of Hulk on it, and Weapon H is actually one of the characters in the background on the first cover appearance, and something I was really into it at the time.
Nice.
I was hyper focused on it.
I've read a little bit of that. I don't know the whole thing. I know it's all part of that the government program in Marvel. Everything's a government program in every country.
Everything is, it's all a conspiracy.
And that character kind of fizzled, but
He did. It's so sad. Yeah. Because I really was enjoying it. I thought it was a really good, series. I was like, oh, this is great. And then they came out with Immortal Hulk, and that was my next Hulk. That was my next Hulk. And that was another one that I just like hyper focused in on and had to pick up every one of them. And
nice. Yeah. It's, at least if you caught that from the beginning, that's also not a crazy expensive run. And
yeah,
now I did got retconned by Starship Hulk or whatever the hell's going on. So.
Yeah. I picked up the first 2 episodes or issues of that. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, I picked up issue 1. I'm like, hell no, Donnie. I'm like, you're this is you just trolling people.
Yeah. Donnie's got an ego, man. That guy has an ego, doesn't he?
I would imagine. I mean, he writes like he does. So
he does. Yeah, exactly. He seems to write. All right, Mr. Taylor Winter knows the deal with the pull tab, so that's always a good thing.
I've also recently learned the quality of painter's tape, and that's a poor quality painter's tape, so I apologize. There's a much better brand out than
trust me, I don't even think I got painter's tape. I think mine says masking tape, colored masking tape.
Son of a bitch. I'm going to end the stream right now.
Whatever. So I got the old start here.
If it's a competition, Miss So, then you have to come on and compete. That's how it works. So
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
right. Comic number 1. Are we ready? I'm going to pull the old DJ link and show it to the audience.
There you go. Show it to the audience first, and I'll be surprised too, because like I said, I forgot half of what's. Oh, that's a random throw in.
Possessive number 1.
Yeah, that's a joke book kind of. It's an awful. But I thought maybe you would enjoy the cover.
I'm like digging the cover. Yeah. It's got that.
Yeah, it's a creepy Bob Ross cover. Yeah,
it is. It is a very much a creepy Bob Ross who kind of somewhat looks kind of like me when I had a fro going earlier in the year.
Oh, hang on! You got to everybody go follow Chip Gettler's stuff. I left his YouTube down below. Follow him, and every live he goes on, request photos of him with the afro. So
yeah, trust me, there's a lot of them. Like,
nice.
pre-turning the 50 mark, or actually pre-surgery. When I had hair, it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I was always a kid growing up. He always wanted to have because I grew up in the 70s. So feathered hair being feathered and all that stuff.
Long hair to overcompensate.
Long hair. Yeah. Straight long hair.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. That wasn't happening for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
It would go start to get long and then go poof. And just
this is my last gasp, but it's at the annoying length, so it's gonna come off at some point.
Yeah.
It gets in my mouth when I eat. I'm like that. I don't know how people do it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next one.
Oh yeah, nice. See, you gave me some instructions loosely. We both sort of did. You also said random indiness, so you're getting some random indie to start off with.
Very cool. I actually think I don't know if I got number 1 on this one. I know I picked up number 2 at one point, but I've never read it. So this will be awesome. Very cool. Thank you.
One of my I try and stick by this rule of mystery boxes. If I'm going to send somebody something random, I want it to either be the first in an arc or the first issue, just so it's not like, here's issue 4.
Oh,
go collect issue 3. No. I don't care if I get them back that way, but when I send stuff out, especially random indie shit, it's I'm like, here's a starting point for you. So if you want to read it,
very good. Well, hopefully you've read everything up to because all of everything you've got to 90s. I gave you all 90s.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, then I'm totally not going to know any of it, but that's all right.
All right, next one.
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
The only Spider-Man of this series I have is number 1. Okay. And that was signed by Todd McFarlane with a little red stamp on the back of it for the spider web.
Yeah.
His authentication back in the day.
Name, or is it just a random T
McFarlane? It's actually T McFarlane. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was what we used to it. Now he's gotten more vain. And
cool. Very cool. So that's good.
And you said you dig Star Wars and Spidey, and Spidey was your next thing. So you can maybe collect all of that run. Because that's not horrible.
That's probably a more realistic.
Yeah, a little bit more realistic.
Then I was on the other day when we were on Banter, and we were talking about Spectacular Spider-Man. I'm like, I never even. Funny enough, the guy who was actually in here telling me how he collects Spectacular Spider-Man is a buddy of mine I worked with, and I actually had a bunch of Spectacular Spider-Man. I just gave them to him. I'm like,
nice.
take them, go, because he said he wanted to collect. So I'm like, yeah, I'll A-okay. So I gave him a bunch of them, and now I'm like, damn it, I wish I would have had them because I probably would have been able to finish that run faster than.
Well, that means somebody has to A-okay chip a bunch of like Web of Spider-Man or some bullshit.
There you go. Like, yeah, I have a couple of those. I think. All right, the next one. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, Daredevil 200. All right, awesome.
Not a key issue. I just dig the cover.
Oh yeah, I love the cover. Yeah, I love the cover. Definitely.
Daredevil used to be able to collect them all fairly cheaply too, but that's also creeping up. So everything.
Yeah, I've got. That is probably, I would say, my 3 biggest runs is going to be Amazing Spider-Man, Daredevil, and Star Wars.
Nice.
Well, funny enough, it was those. Now it's actually turned out to be Hulk's in there somewhere, and then Batman.
Okay.
I have a bunch of Batman stuff.
Well, you're drinking out of Batman's skull tonight, so it's a.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Speaking of which, I'm drinking out of Rob's face. Everybody go follow Rob Pat Six. Actually, just follow everybody in the chat. We're not gonna go through that again.
Refreshment break.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Oh yeah. Okay, you did tell me to throw in whatever. So welcome to whatever.
Oh, very cool.
It's the first appearance and last appearance, I believe, of the Monarch.
Hey, awesome.
Yeah, it's something. I wasn't trying to troll you with this, but I was also kind of like, you know what? If he's going to tell me to throw whatever in, I'm gonna take him up on it. So.
Yep. Hey, I no doubt about it. And the funny thing is that I'll read it because I don't know anything about it. So it's
that
cool.
was like the Bronze Age Marvel wackiness, which I do wish comics got a little bit wacky again. Now they sort of are, but they're just less fun now, I think. So
yeah. So because I don't know, did like a lot of first appearances happen in Marvel premieres?
Yeah. And there was like the first Monster Squad, first I think Wong from Doctor Strange, the first bad guy from Doctor Strange, what's it, Gargantos or the new bad guy from the movies in there, like it was one of those sort of like DC titles where they would premiere things in there and switch up main characters and stuff every couple issues. So that was one of them that didn't stick with the Monarch Star Killer. So.
Yeah, because I know I have like a bunch. I don't have a lot of Marvel premiere, but I have Marvel Age. I have a couple of Marvel Age ones.
Nice. So. Those were always fun because they're cheap. You could get them like when you were growing up. They're like they're a quarter. Yeah. Like
I have like a He-Man, like the He-Man one, and
the Flexin.
Yeah, with a flexing, the blue cover with the yellow. Yeah, I got
that's
that.
That's actually worth a little bit of money now too. That's the.
Oh, is it?
I think the first Marvel He-Man.
And then I got She-Hulk. I've got a She-Hulk with that, and
that are you looking forward to the She-Hulk series?
I actually kind of am. Yeah. I'm hoping it does that. Breaking that fourth dimension, whatever the hell it is.
With her, I think, right?
Because you gotta make it seem as though it's like looking at the camera, doing the whole Office thing,
Yeah, the Office, the Deadpool, whatever. Like
the Deadpool. Yeah,
they got it because if not, it's not going to be this. I mean, it's going to have to be a very different tone than everything else in order to work, I think. And I don't know.
I agree.
Or they're going to be just chicken and not try it, which will be disappointing.
Yep, exactly. All right, next one.
Oh yeah. See, folks, when you tell me you want weird stuff,
they're very cool.
That's Scout Comics. That one actually glows in the dark, I believe. And
it does. Yeah, this is I got the glow in the dark sticker on it. Now the funny thing about it is I did a Comic Town 101 box where I actually got this Phantom Star Killer, not this one, but an exclusive, whatever his exclusive was at the time. And I just looked at him like, what the hell is this? And I actually said, and then I was like, after I gave it away, I was like, damn it, I wish I would have kept that because that looked kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a cool cover. It's an interesting enough read. It's definitely like a 70s sci-fi kind of love letter to Star Wars and that kind of stuff. So
awesome. Very cool.
Kenner toys and all the,
I like the killer.
Yeah, exactly. Everything from our age group as youth, it's kind of there. It's not necessarily the best written story, I don't think, but it's a fun one. So
it's very cool. I love it. And I love the fact that it's got like the backer board with the
the figure. Great toy designs back in the day. The blister cards and the
blister card. Yeah, the blister packs. Yeah, and all that. Yeah, that's very cool. Awesome. All right, next one is the thick one.
Oh yeah, okay. That is
All right.
Spidey.
Oh, it's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Oh, holy shit, dude. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Very
signed. I
cool.
mean, it's signed in the lazy ass way that John Reader Jr. started. Eventually stopped. Yeah, it's like okay,
JR 19.
like thanks,
It's like
thanks for putting that much effort into your SIGs. So,
yeah, it's like okay, you could have got that signature, but nope, you get this one.
yeah, you get that one exactly. That's
But that's
and
very
like,
cool. Very cool. Is this like what's the card in there? Do you know? Or
it's just his card saying it's real, which I
oh,
mean,
okay,
it's like it's about as useful as a COA.
It's a COA,
You can
yeah.
print them up
At least it's got a picture of him. At least you know.
Yeah,
so,
it's like
yeah.
Here's my face, so it's real. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, do you actually, when you get signatures and stuff, are you kind of like the type that's like, oh, I gotta get this certified and I gotta send it out to CBCS? Or
No, if I'm
yeah,
getting SIGs, I don't hunt down a lot of SIGs, to be honest. Like, because it's just kind
yeah,
of not my jam. If I get a signed book, I appreciate it and I like it, but
yeah,
like unless I actually go talk to the artist or the author or something and like strike up something and I'm interested in what they're talking about,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
necessarily care if it's like a book is signed by them or not, you know. And so like,
hmm
and if I do go to that trouble, it's usually going to be like kept for my PC, so I don't need to get it like witnessed and slabbed and. You know, unless I'm in the dirty flipping mode and I know something's gonna be hot or something, then
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, please give me all this extra crap that people pay money for, you know. So
Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I have a bunch of stuff, not a bunch, but I have some things that I've gotten, I bought either signatured or I've had signatures on,
yeah,
but I've never. I guess I'm just not. I'm not a slab hub kind of guy. I just don't.
yeah.
I'm not a big slab guy. I like the. I
I've
like.
got a few
Yeah.
that are kind of grail books that I ended up winning, and like tune in
Yeah.
Saturday to Rob's channel Slab Up, and you can see them, and
Yeah.
like they're just they have Stan Lee Sig on it, and so like that's a different thing. I
Yeah.
think
That's
because
things like that. I would definitely say, oh yeah, I got to definitely get something like that slab. I think you got that Spider-Man 300.
I'm at 300, and
Yeah, with all the signatures on it, whatever many signatures on that damn thing. You know.
yeah, exactly, and that's just kind of such a unicorn of a book. I'm like, okay, this is a cool
You
thing.
got to have something like that. That would be
Yeah.
must be a. But if it's just like a standard, like JR, I'd be like,
Yeah, and like I know there's companies like IRF Authentics where you can like order mystery boxes every month, and they'll do signed ones, and they're cool.
Yeah.
And like there's, I'd rather have a remark than a sketch or than a signature because I make art and stuff, and I like seeing that. But also I know like most remarks are kind of shitty too because the artist is under pressure. They're trying to do it with a paint pen on a glossy cover, and it's just like they have like 30 seconds before the next person in line wants their stuff. So it's like, all right, like
yeah,
it's
exactly. Yeah, it's funny because I kind of, I mean, I've never been a autograph collector type of guy anyways, but if I go there, like if I go into a shop or I'm going to a Comic-Con, when we went to Comic-Con, right, okay, I've got this, there was a reason I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that, that what the hell it is, like trying to pull a Nick, I'm gonna get that signature, I'm gonna get that because there was a reason that it was I like the design, I like it, and then I was like, you know what, I had struck up a conversation with the guy, and we talked with them, and he knows Legion, Mark, and all them, and everyone else he knows. So I was just like, I'll have him give me a remark on it and a signature and stuff. But it's not like I'm not running around trying to find like, oh, I got to find a signature for this person unless I got to have that communication with.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, collect however you want, but it's just not my jam. And it doesn't sound like it's yours either. So
no, not really.
Sorry for giving me that shitty Spider-Man book. Is what I'm really saying. Okay.
No. I like it though. I mean, I'll definitely take it. I mean, it's the only JR I've got. So definitely very cool. All right, next one.
Oh yeah, that was just another cool cover that I was hoping you didn't have.
Very, very cool. I have the I've got the Gwen.
Okay.
Yes.
The David Nakayama.
Yeah. The David Nakayama. So very cool. Another one of my favorite female characters.
So. Nice. Yeah, Elektra's awesome. Like Daredevil has a great supporting cast, I think. And like
it does.
one of the best villains in Marvel. I mean,
yeah,
arguably the guy like Kingpin first showed up in Spider-Man, but I just picture him as a Daredevil villain.
I do too. Yeah,
and Bullseye, and then Elektra, who's the
yeah.
anti-hero. You know, like
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm always a big fan of that. Those are the ones that I've really enjoyed reading and stuff. Is that whole run, especially with Elektra, and because that was kind of like when I first started collecting, I was trying to get the early Daredevils, and I was like, oh, well, then people were like, oh, you should really be looking at this, and I was like, oh, okay, let me go to this range, start. Yeah. So
well, if you have them, they're worth some money now. That Elektra's like picking up a lot of steam if you have the first one. I don't, but
I think I have a couple of them. So
everybody go rob Chip. Just look for the house with the security system and the robot dog. It's probably,
All right, next one.
Oh, there you go. Speaking of, since you just gave away all of yours.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Okay, and it
the
I
white
couldn't
tiger
find
stripes.
any white shadows, but that's the white tiger. That's the first appearance of the white tiger, at least. So.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. And he's white. He's
white, yeah. I was trying to get something. I was trying to get something close to a play on your name, at least.
That is too cool. I like that. That's awesome.
That's as close as I could get. So
that's very cool. Very cool. Awesome. All right. Oh, I think we're down to the final one.
Ooh. Oh, probably, yeah.
Dude, holy! I just seen the COA on it.
Oh yeah, there you go. One of my favorite David Mack covers of all time, and possibly the best movie villain of all time.
Yeah,
possibly.
Two of my, I mean, I have probably two favorite artists that are comic book artists: David Mack and Alex Ross.
Nice.
Those are my two. Yeah. Those are my two guys, right? Yeah. I love those guys, and yeah, this is awesome because I didn't even know this was out there. I have the oh, what's the other one I have of this one? Oh, the Elektra. I got the Elektra. Yeah. The 25, I think it is. So
that one was cool. I mean, that was a tough one for me to give up, but I was like, all right, Chip's gonna like this. I knew, and also, I realized I cannot keep every damn book that I like. Because I don't have the room for it, and it's just kind of like I've got to start whittling down. Hence this exchange show and selling books, and it's like
wow, dude,
I don't need 40 long boxes full of shit.
Holy crap!
I'm glad you dig it, man. So
I will will it back to you.
Oh no,
that is an awesome
cover. Any of the jackasses in the chat right now. That's all I'm saying. I love you all, chat. Please keep watching.
Oh no! It's funny enough. Hey, none of this can okay to anybody. Yeah. So.
I don't know. You're kind of notorious for buying stuff and sending people toy cars and.
Well, yeah, but
we'll do a recap at the end, Pages. I promise.
Yes.
I'm going to get to mine in a second, but I'm just pulling.
Well, you got to kind of pull out all the stuffing.
All the stuff. I
had a lot of room
this
to
is the last book, so I'm going to do that at the end. Oh no, this is a trade paperback, so I think. All right. Anyways, I'll dig myself in a minute. I'm just swimming in packing material, which is awesome because I'm going to reuse it.
I knew you would. I knew you would.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite comic that you own? Not necessarily valuable wise, but just a favorite?
I'll be honest, my favorite comic that I own was the first comic I bought, which was that Weapons of Mass Destruction.
Yeah, that's a good one.
WMD. I mean, that was my favorite. That was that'll be one that I'll never get rid of. It has literally zero value in it other than maybe whatever. I mean, very little. But that was probably my favorite comic.
God, I hope not, because then I'm going to have to give him half a finger.
Trust me, he gets a 181. I want it back, damn it, because I accidentally put that one in there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm starting with this because I don't know. This is awesome. I have not read this.
Yeah, and unfortunately, someone's given up their new shows, so there's.
Well, I know. Listen, I will at least read this and review it, and if it's good, I'm holding on to it.
It's good.
But
it's very good.
Cool. I thought about this, and I was going to go hunt it down regardless. I mean, I still read things, but obviously. Because the comic burritos, this one award on there. I'm I've never read it. And they're no, it's awesome. You have to read it.
Funny enough, that came from Cole Comic Burrito.
Oh well, then it all makes sense. Yeah, okay.
I read it. It was very good, and I figured, hey, if anybody else is going to enjoy it,
if you're not following Comic Burrito, you really should. And Cole's Comic Claims.
They're
all awesome guys. They have crap tastes and awards. But no, like every award, I disagreed with every award they did this year, but it was still.
Oh,
like,
really?
No, I mean whatever. But in case you don't, I have opinions on books, and so do they, which is awesome. They're also cheerful. Oh hell yeah, man! I've got some chip gear.
Yeah.
Nice. I will not change live on cam for y'all, but I'll spare you that torture. But thank you, sir. This is awesome.
No problem.
This is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Now, did you design this logo yourself and everything?
I did.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, thanks.
It's fantastic.
Thanks. Yeah. Yep.
And it's my size too.
Oh, is it good? I was hopeful. Yeah. I was like, okay, I hope it is.
You're very good at eyeing up men, turns out.
Well, that's my, it's my superpower, eyeing up men. Yeah. Eyeing up men's sizes.
So do you do? I know you do like IT stuff. Do you also do graphic design, or just that?
I actually have a degree in graphic design. So I nice. Literally came out of college, worked at Empress Casino in Joliet, and then ended up working at Horseshoe Casino when they bought it over in Dyer, Indiana, or Gary, Indiana, wherever the hell it's at, and then I decided I was going to go north and live up in Norridge area and Harwood Heights, and
all right,
I started working up there for a security company doing graphic design for them. And then I'm like, man, I can only make a freaking padlock look pretty on a plain white piece of paper for so long. So they're like, you want to do IT? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Where did you go to school for graphic design?
I went to actually Prairie State College and then Governor State University.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so local. I was military and then came out of the military and went military. Then I worked at a bouncer. Then I worked as a machinist. Then I worked as a bum, hanging around the house and doing nothing. Then I decided at the age of 30, I'm going to go back to school.
Yeah,
and I went back to college at the age of 30, hanging out with
I went to Bradley in Peoria first.
Oh, yeah.
I have a degree in fine art from there. And then I went to the Art Institute of Chicago at about the age of 30. And I have a degree in graphic design from there, which I really overpaid for and have used for about a week. So, but start here. Look, you do a pull tab, sir, with painter's tape. And you're even like over in case I'm doing it wrong. So, yeah.
Well,
No, I will. This is helpful because if you've ever opened a mystery box, I inevitably, if there's no directions, I'll open it from the wrong end.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, you even have, man, you're fancy. Look at this. Guys, I'm going to show you the front. I will do the Mr. Links first. Awesome. Oh, hang on. I got to get the tape off of there.
Yeah.
I don't have this one either. This is
still when they're bundled.
Oh, okay. It's a bundle,
there's.
But guys, he has his own, sticker on the back of this that I'm going to show you in a second.
Oh.
Speaking of graphic design and overkill.
Yeah. I learned from Rob. I've learned from Rob and you.
You learned from Rob to stick your face on everything.
Yeah.
Nice. These are also 2 more books I am going to read because I've not. And I've heard they're very good.
They are very good. Very good. And I was only sad that I didn't have number 3 because I have number 4. So I'll send you 4. But I'm like, I can't send you in the middle. And
it's okay. I can
read somewhere.
I can read some of them digitally. I'm trying to trying to not. I don't need to own everything. I mean, I do. We all do. We're collectors.
Yeah.
But still. Nice. This was awesome, and I don't know it. Okay, sorry. I'm doing it wrong. I'm supposed to show the audience first.
Yeah. It's actually a Steve Ditko art.
I believe it. It makes sense because he went kind of batshit and
about 70s, I'd say. I think from what they were telling me.
Yeah, he did all the Charlton stuff, and then I know he went to Atlas and started doing really wacky, awesome things. And this is right up my alley. This is great. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah. No problem.
I dig this. I dig the weirdo stuff, man.
I like. Hopefully, I got you, man.
I'm sure. You're off to a great start, but we'll see. I'll judge you harshly. Nice. And I think this is 80s and not 90s, so you're off the hook. No,
I tried to stay in that range.
This is and again, I don't have any of these, which is great. This is very cool. Gems on this. This might tie for the Monarch Star Killer for the.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, it's a number 1, and it's the first appearance of Gem.
But look at this. Chip sent me a thick ass stack of stuff, and so he's winning. He's definitely winning. He's girthy. He's winning the girth battle.
Well,
So. Oh, nice. I have the first issue of these, but I don't think I have any of the rest of them, which is awesome.
Oh, cool.
So the You and Fly. God, I miss Marvel's weirdness. I mean, they had Squirrel Girl for a minute, and like they had Reptile, but the Reptile's stupid.
Oh,
now maybe they didn't fly stupid, but it's cool. It looks. Come on, you get Ghost Rider, you get like.
I know.
I don't think the Human Fly has any powers. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Awesome covers. Like the Bronze Age is great. So hell yeah. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And these are all really well wrapped and packaged and Milo. You're like winking, but with your own better marketing.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Jesus, nice. Sweet. I don't have this either. This is okay. This is not the first appearance. This is like a homage to the original cover, second series. Yeah, and this is very cool. So
that's mid-80s. Mid-late, I think.
It's fantastic.
Something like that. Yeah.
The first appearance, like the first run of these is what, first Dark Side or first full Dark Side? Yeah.
Yeah, for first Dark Side, yeah.
Because the first cameo is in Superboy of all books.
Yeah. I bought that thinking, oh, I got the first Dark Side. Oh, I'm so sick. Before I knew what the hell I was even doing. And then I get it, and I'm like, where's he in?
I took a break from collecting, and then I started back up, and I started doing the same thing. I'm like, before Key Collector really burst on the scene and like did all that, I was like, I'm gonna get all these first books, and they're gonna be super valuable. So I've got a bunch of the books that are like that. That's not first appearance. Like Captain Carrot #1 is not the first appearance of Captain Carrot. Turns out, but, hell yeah, man! Another Steve Ditko creation.
Yep.
The Question, which is I'm thinking, or maybe he's even earlier. He might be before Ditko, but this is very cool.
I think that's before Ditko.
Yeah, I think he might be Golden Age if I remember, but still, look at this. This is awesome, man. Hell yeah! This is definitely up my alley, Chip. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you're giving me a whole lot of painter's tape to play with. Nice, Phantom Stranger.
Oh yes, there's a reason. Yes, you will see this.
All right.
Mr. DJ Links got you one of those.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And I figured, well, I'll bookend it with you.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
So I think you gave me 21, and then I gave you 20 and 22.
Oh, thank you. Look at these covers, guys. Like, seriously, they don't do like hot pink like this anymore, which is just a straight magenta. But like it was on a 4-color printing, you can get this, and on the new digital, I don't think you can.
Yeah,
it just doesn't pop like this. And this is Jim Aparo art, who I dig when he's not drawing the Joker. He does a really shitty Joker, but I like everything else he does. These are very cool. Thank you, man.
No problem. No problem.
All right, so do you what else do you collect other than comics? I know you've been doing
debt. I collect debt.
Oh well, yeah. Just think of it as an NFT, as an investment. That's all.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I keep trying to tell the wife. She's not buying it.
Oh Jesus, dude. There you go.
You don't have that.
Weep, Mr. Links. Nice.
Mr. Magnus.
Yeah. This is fantastic, man. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
I love these. I mean, look at that. Go. Anyway, sorry. Go on. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. That's fine. That's fine.
So you're doing. I know you have like is it Sideshow or Black Label? You're doing
Black Series. Star Wars figures. Yeah, these bad boys here. So these little, you can't see it, but
nice
Black Series figures. So yeah, I think DJ tried to get me to do the hot toys, and I just because I want to stay married to my wife.
you don't
$30 is a hell lot cheaper per than $300.
You just have to join DJ's thing and win one. He's giving away March, so yeah. Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
You son of a bitch, man. This is way overboard. Okay, guys, Chip sucks at math, turns out, because I can do some adding in my head. And
hey, what I got it for, man.
All right.
What the values are.
Yeah. Does anybody believe
I'm not DJ. I don't do the whole blowing up. And
and I like the big hit at the end. This is awesome.
The big hit at the end is the best. Come on now.
Hell yeah.
Hamster voice. Come on.
Yes. Yeah, these are all big. Yeah, there's a couple big boy books in here. So Jim, yeah, you're right, Jim. Screw you, Chip. No, thank you.
Hey. What are you talking about? Screw you.
No.
These are awesome.
Yeah, these are great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so what do you now you were doing coffee and comics like almost every morning, and then you realized that it's a lot of work to put on pants for video.
Yeah, I mean, I was waking up early every morning. I was trying to make a, figure, okay, what am I gonna make? Okay, a comic, okay, and I was doing it like for some reason I was stupid in not saying, oh, I should probably just like spend a day and just make a whole bunch of them
Yeah,
and then
just
schedule them.
change your
No,
shirt.
it was even on camera at most of the time. I was
Oh, yeah, that's
doing
right.
it.
You just do. Yeah, you had your ASMR voice.
It was all vocal,
Yeah.
and I was too stupid to realize I could have probably just done that and been done with it, and had
Yeah,
like,
you probably could have just said you were drinking different coffee every day, and no one would be able to tell.
and no one had known the difference. Just change it, pour it into a different cup, and then throw another comic up.
Yeah.
But I was just, I was going through and I was trying to find, like information that was good and relevant and stuff that
Yeah.
would, who was the writer, who was the artist, what was the story about, little things like that. Now I'm like, all right, well, now I got to try to cram that into a 30-second, or 60-second time frame. And it was becoming, I was like, So, and I was seeing a lot of people coming onto my chat. Like I have a lot of views,
Yeah.
but not a lot of subscribers at that point.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, but then the views that I'm getting are just because it was early days of shorts. So everyone was, so it was just, there wasn't a lot out there. And I was just getting all the.
Well, that's good. You're an early adapter.
Yeah, I was an early adapter. And then I gave it up. And now, yeah.
So you have like a bunch of NFTs too that you bought from the first week of Vive or whatever? And
I do have some, but I don't have a lot. Yes, I do have some.
That's more than most people because you can't get them anymore, right? Everyone,
they're impossible to find nowadays. Every time we get an email, it's like, oh, they're opening up another. It's like, whatever. It's like you'll never get them. Chances
are you allowed to cash out? You're not allowed to cash out yet, right? Like they still have it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
They're theoretically worth money.
Or yeah, exactly. Yeah, in the metaverse somewhere.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Are you okay? And now you started you started just doing the hangouts. Was that just out of like wanting to talk to people on a Saturday night when you're bored off your ass, or what was it?
Yeah, it was kind of funny because so I actually watched this guy. It's funny Uber rides or funny Uber. I think is the name of his YouTube channel. Right. Yeah. And he lives in Australia and he just goes around and picks up drunk people and films them and does these, bantering, just talking back and forth. And then he started like during COVID, he started this show where he was doing because they're all like locked down. So he's just like on a camera in front of it. And he's like, oh, I'm going to start calling this banters. So then I'm like, I want to do something like that. Nice. I don't drink. I'm not a big drinker, but they were doing like shots and stuff. It just looked like fun. And they were a bunch of younger guys, kids, and they were just opening up to anybody who wants to come on. So he was doing it via, which is scary. No, he was using Omegle.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right?
Yeah, Omegle. So, that's a whole weird thing, right?
That's a weird world. That is a weird
just
world.
Randomly pairs you with somebody.
Randomly pairs you with people, and then half the people you're probably being paired with, from what I understand, naked.
Yes, you're going to get banned in no time. So it's a whole lot of dicks.
Yeah, yeah. So, but while he was doing that show, I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of nice. That's kind of a neat way to do it. Yeah. Well, it turned out that I just said, okay, I'm going to do this little banter show and just kind of maybe lead it up to Freaky Louie's show and just do a pre-show Freaky Louie, and then just do a little, and then after his show, be like, all right, good night, guys, talk to y'all later. Let's go, watch his show. We watched his show, and then that was it. And then I was sitting there like, wow, I think it was on an accident. I actually left the show running one day,
and then you realized.
And then I kept the channel up and running on the StreamYard going, and I went over and we're watching Freaky's show. I'm watching Freaky's thing. And I go to shut down my computer and I realized that it's still open and Scott Hoarders hides in there. And he's like, hey, you guys still going? And I'm like, wait, what? So then I was like, sure. And then it became like, okay, we'll start watching his show and then come back to my channel. And then it became like I'm simulcasting his show on my channel. And then we started doing a drinking game every time he says a certain word. And that was a mistake in the early days because, we were picking words that we knew he would say. So like you take a shot every time or a drink every time. Yeah. So, and then people were telling him what it was. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Cause I don't drink, guys. I'm not a drinker.
I mean, it says the guy with the stormtrooper full of whiskey.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. But I was showing up for the gym. So I got home today. My wife ended up giving me a stormtrooper.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool
for a guy that claims he doesn't drink. No,
yeah. Old Foresters.
Old
I don't even
Forester,
know
yeah, yeah.
Old Foresters, yeah.
I think
So
there might even be might be an Old Foster. There's a lot of if
I
you
think
want
it's
to make
Old
a bourbon,
Foresters.
you just
I
put
think it's
old in
Foresters.
front of some shit like Old Ezra
That's
or like
yeah, old as shit.
yeah, exactly. Like
But yeah, I'm not a big drinker,
ancient
so I
shit
wouldn't know.
whiskey, or
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I know you
Fire
guys are big
Taylor's
whiskey
bourbon.
drinkers. You bourbon? What's the difference between bourbon and whiskey? Can I ask that stupid question?
It's well, whiskey, bourbon is a whiskey, right? Whiskey is the general uh
The
umbrella of
generic
it
term.
all.
Okay.
Yeah, but then like whiskey, like there's scotch and then there's bourbon, and it's all depending upon the grains in it, I believe, in the barreling. I don't even know,
Mm,
honestly. Like
yeah.
I think certain things have to be made in a certain kind of barrel and all that. I just know bourbon tends
Mm,
to taste sweeter and I dig it. And scotch tastes like you lick the bottom of an ashtray. So I'm like,
mm.
I'm not a fan. But
Okay.
yeah, I probably should know, but thanks for asking that live. So look like a good
Yeah,
moron, Chip. I appreciate
not
it.
a problem. Not a
Yeah.
problem. I guess I'll have to start asking Google instead of you. Damn it!
Or
What
get
the hell?
Carlito on here and like
Yeah, Corlito.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so
He's def-
that's a good segue because he's a big movie buff. Do you have a favorite comic book movie? Or
my favorite. Okay, so obviously Star Wars would have been good, but that came out before the comic. So you know what? I'm actually one of the movies that I really enjoyed when I was a kid, growing up was actually Swamp Thing.
oh, nice.
The old Swamp Thing, yeah, the old Swamp Thing.
That
I
is
mean,
not a good movie, sir.
it's not a good movie, but man, I love those cheesies. I love
Yeah.
those cheesy movies, man. I'm just like, give me those cheesy ass, crazy Wes
No, so
Craven
then have you
movies.
watched
I'm
like a lot of
happy.
the trauma films, like the Toxic Avenger and all that kind of stuff? Like
Yes.
the
Oh hell
Monkey
yeah,
Man?
yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So I
Not-
really like those. So but as a kid growing up, I mean, probably the one I remember the most obviously has to be the Superman, with the
yeah.
Christopher Reeves. I mean, that was probably the biggest
Yeah.
one growing up as a kid.
Had the great theme song and the great
Exactly.
score and
Yeah.
Zod is still one of the better comic book villains. Like
Yes. Yes.
Superman 2.
Exactly.
Superman 1 was okay. Like
Yeah.
Gene Hackman has left Luthor is a little bit a wonky choice, but
At the time I was young, I didn't know who the hell he was and couldn't.
yeah,
It
it didn't matter. Like
yeah. It's like, oh wow, this is cool.
well, plus like you and I are about the same age, and that's like you would be able to see these things on network television for years and like
Yeah.
repeatedly, like you just because there wasn't as much content out there and not as many options. So like, yeah, you learn to love Superman even if because you just saw it a bunch of times. Which is like,
Yeah. It's one of those things. When I was a kid growing up, my parents were divorced, so my dad would take me to the movie. That was his Sunday, pick us up on Sundays for visitation, and he'd
yeah,
take us to a movie. And so I get to see all those movies with my dad, who's since passed and stuff, but my little brother and me. So we'd always go, and so yeah, it's
yeah.
grew up on movies, basically going to the movie theater every Sunday with my dad. So
yeah,
it's kind of cool.
My dad was too cheap for that, but
Yeah. Well, my dad was like, the least he could do. He wasn't paying child support. He wasn't doing anything else. So he's like,
fair
the least
enough.
I could do is take
well,
it to
no,
a
like
movie.
he did the
Try
cheap
to be
version
the
of it.
hero.
We would just sit around all Sunday and watch whatever is on television. It was usually Doctor Who.
Oh, there you go. See, I'm
know.
a big Doctor Who fan. I love Doctor Who. Yeah.
Nice. Who's your favorite Doctor then? Do you have one?
Gotta be I'll be honest with you. I like Matt Smith.
Yeah, he was a good one.
He was good. I liked him.
Yeah.
But obviously everyone's like talks about Tennant or whatever the hell his name is. Like, he's okay. He was okay. But I like Matt Smith.
Yeah.
I like that. That's when I probably started watching more of it than anything was, when he started coming in. So
he was an okay one. He was fine.
of
the newer Doctors, I actually liked Eccleston a lot. I thought he was.
Oh
great.
yeah. I thought he did good.
Too short a run, obviously, and then of the old school ones, probably Tom Baker, the fourth Doctor. With the giant. Looking back, they are not good episodes, and they are boring as hell. But he had the scarf and the hair, so that's
he had the big fro.
And like he had weeks where he's just running from Daleks down a hallway. I mean, like that's all I needed out of.
Now, what did you think of the last the heavy? I mean, are you keeping up on it or?
I stopped with the newest Doctor. Like I didn't mind her as a Doctor.
Oh yeah, no, I was all for.
But it was such a slog to watch. With
it was. Yeah.
the many like sidekicks, and like they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't have a direction for her. Didn't seem like they had any kind of story arc plan for her that made any kind of sense. And
I think they were hoping the fact that they got a female Doctor Who was going to be the thing that could drive them over the edge. And
she did what she could, but
she did what she could. Yeah, I mean, no fault to her at all as a actress or anything, but I just think they just weren't.
I don't know, that twitchy kid that played Mark Zuckerberg. No, kid,
oh yeah. That's the Eisenberg. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Jason.
Reverse Taylor to women. Yep.
No, I mean, Jodie Whittaker did what she could, but like, sort of like a lot of the Capaldi run. I felt the same way. Like, he did what he could with it. It's just kind of like there's so many. I
like the Capaldi run though. I didn't think it was too bad.
Yeah. It was better than Whittaker stuff, but he was a letdown from what I was expecting him to be, because he was so great in some of these other little indie movies and stuff. But and like following up Matt Smith and following up all that kind of like his
it's a tough one to follow.
Yeah,
it was a tough
one. With the sidekicks too. Like Rose was one of the best.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And then but what do you do? And then River Song, and they had a lot of good sidekicks.
I'm surprised that they didn't make her. I mean, I thought the big rumor was going to be that she was going to be, the next
Doctor.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't have a spin-off show, because they did Torchwood for a bit with what's his name? Like I would have watched the hell out of a River Song show.
Yeah. Funny enough, my wife was just
Dr. Afro was swiped from River Song.
No. Yeah, could be.
Same kind of character. Anyway,
they are kind of they're kind of same kind of character. Yeah. Funny enough, my wife, you just mentioned, wife was just watching Serenity upstairs, which is another one of those that I'm like, all into, and that whole, Joss
Whedon's kind of a garbage human being, but the first one was great. And
exactly. Well, it's funny because we were watching. She watches Resident Evil. Resident Alien. She watches Resident, and she loves the character who plays the alien in there.
He's great. That falls under the campy, not a good show, but I can't help but watch it. Kind of.
I know. Yeah, exactly. It's a train wreck, but it's like it's fun. I enjoy it. I think it's a fun show
cheesy, but it's like
cheesy. It's awful.
It's cheesy, and it's not pretending to be anything else. So I'm really surprised they gave that 2 seasons.
I know. Yeah, exactly. Well, that was like the first trade paperback she ever bought. Well, comic related was that.
I've never read it. Have you read it?
I have. It's funny because it's actually sitting right here next to me.
Is it close to the show, or is it a whole different tone?
Dude, it is the show to a T.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, like literally, him out on the boat.
Oh yeah.
Talking to the cops, like the first season where he comes rolling in on the boat, and he's got his alien. I mean, he's in it.
Oh yeah,
it totally is. It's like it's to the T. It is the first season. It's crazy. So,
but if you guys haven't watched it, it's not bad. It's not great, but
it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
I would say it's like a good CW show level, like as far as like a good, that level of stuff.
Yeah, I would agree.
First 2 seasons of Flash, first season of Green, so it's about at that level. So
yeah. Now, did you watch like any of the other CW shows? Because like I know I used to watch Arrow.
I tried with Arrow, but it started like getting so repetitive. And same with Flash, and same, but like I try a lot of them. Like I try like the Legends of Tomorrow. I only gave it like 2 episodes, and I'm like, no, this is awful. I heard it got a lot better, but I just
I started watching it, and then I stopped, and then I went back and started watching some more of it, and it got better, I think, towards the end.
Fair.
But
I like the new Superman show, Superman and Lois. That's not bad.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm really enjoying
and then I'm trying with Naomi. I am trying, but that's another one where it's like
haven't even watched one episode of that. Haven't watched any of that.
It's we'll see.
I tried. I think Legion got me. Mark got me Stargirl, so I watched.
Oh yeah. Stargirl's cheesy fun.
It is cheesy fun.
I mean, it's got Luke Wilson, who can't act to save his goddamn life.
Yeah,
so like it's
exactly.
But that's another one. Yeah, I enjoy Stargirl. I mean, it's low budget, but they had the Justice Society in there, and like that's all I need.
Yeah. Now you're also you're a big fan of the Doom Patrol, right?
Yeah, I like the Doom Patrol. I need to watch the latest season. I've been savoring it for like a marathon day. But
yeah,
I just like the wackiness of it, and like I think that really captures the tone of the better comics of the show because it's just bizarre.
Yeah.
I had Alan Tudyk as a villain in the first season, so
yep, exactly. So yeah, that's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite comic series now. That one. What's some of the other? What's the one where it's got the little kid who's super fast and they're the Academy one.
The TV show.
Yeah, TV show.
Little kid
Netflix. I think it's on Netflix.
Crap. I don't think I've watched it because I've canceled my Netflix a while ago. I think
I can't remember the name of the show now. I'm all of a sudden blanking on it. It's got like a series of different characters, and they had the
Umbrella Academy.
That's it.
Yeah,
Umbrella Academy. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one I've really enjoyed too. As you could tell, because I can remember the name of the damn thing.
I read the second volume of that, but I've not read the first volume of it. I just happened to have the second trade and I read it, and it doesn't really follow the comic at all.
I haven't read any of that. Yeah,
it's not quite as mopey as the show, which is I'm okay with. Like the show got a little mopey with season 2, like with
yeah.
But I dug it. It was a fun one. It kind of reminded me of Mike Mignola a little bit with the weirdo aesthetics and stuff. Like,
yep, yeah. It's a fun show.
Now, do you have a favorite Star Wars movie? I'm gonna guess it's probably the same one everyone has, but I'm just curious.
Mine is actually The New Hope. Just because.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was like the first one I remember seeing, so it's got a special. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not knocking that choice at all.
Yeah. I think probably New Hope for me is probably just because made too much noise and Darth Vader started going off. I got one of those clappers and then it's Darth Vader. Yeah.
Let's see if we can get it to go. Everybody clap. No, I'm just
headphones you can't hear.
I forgot.
But
my technology again.
Yeah. Damn. So, but yeah. I mean, I enjoy all of them, as far as for the most part, I think, I could probably do away with some of the the reboots.
Did you like that?
I hated it.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It's kind of like to the point now where it's like, really, do I want to even have Boba Fett on my wall? It kind of ruined it for me, to be honest with you. As a character,
he was great when he was a mystery. I never ever wanted to know what was up with him. I just liked the fact that he was a silent but deadly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still a Boba Fett fan. I mean, as far as the old, that type of thing. But and I understand, I got to evolve or whatever. But just seeing a big old fat Boba Fett walking in with the chest plate that's like way too small for his body anymore, and
his helmet off all the damn time. Come on,
it's like, oh my Lord. Yeah, it was. I just wasn't a fan of it. The best parts of it were when the Mandalorian shows up.
Roscoe said too.
Oh yeah, Roscoe.
You're not wrong. Exactly. I mean, I think they realized they had a shitty, it's like an awful show, and they're like, we got to do something here.
We got to do something. Yeah.
Well, we'll throw a couple episodes of The Mandalorian in and just like redo a little bit of it and call it a day.
Exactly.
Because it really felt like that was going to be the first season of The Mandalorian, or for next season of The Mandalorian's first couple episodes. And I really just think they kind of just had to do it all.
Yeah.
Like, nobody cares about a scooter gang on Tatooine.
Exactly. The scooter gang that has these nice, bright, shiny. Yeah. Really? Seriously, you're not.
And Danny Trejo, who just was there.
Sand and dust. Yeah, exactly. It's craziness. I wasn't a big fan of it.
Did you have you seen Peacemaker?
I loved it.
Yeah.
Peacemaker. That's just.
Yeah, which I were you surprised? Because I really didn't think I was going to like it.
I'll be honest with you. I like John Cena. I think he's a funny actor.
Yeah,
I've always liked the directors.
James Gunn.
Yeah, James Gunn. I like because Guardians of the Galaxy. I like those types of shows. But I was kind of like Peacekeeper. I'm like, why would they do a show about Peacekeeper? I was like, who the hell is Peacekeeper? Because I don't know anything about Peacekeeper. I'm like, whatever.
I didn't either, and I mean, I really like the Suicide Squad movie. I liked,
me too.
But even still, I was like, I don't give a shit about this character. He's a douchebag. Like, why do I really like?
Yeah, exactly.
But it won me
good.
over, and I think it was one of the best seasons of a superhero show in a long time.
Yep, exactly. It's actually even one of those that my wife actually would stay and watch with me, and because normally she's just like, all right, I'm going upstairs, or she's going on her phone, but she would just sit there and she'd watch it and stuff. And funny, the other day Rob was commenting on how I don't have a theme song for my banter.
Well, there you go.
So she's like, well, you got to get up and you got to dance, like do the whole dance,
you know, the whole dance. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not doing that as my theme song. No.
You could. What was the old, like? Is it jib jab or whatever? You could paste.
Oh yeah, the jib jabs. I remember
that.
Just do a jib jab.
Yeah, Peacemaker was awesome. Yeah, you're right. Those, like, once the opening credits started, I was like, oh, this show's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, doing all the crazy moves. It's funny.
You know, maybe give a shit about a CGI eagle. So like,
yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, give him the hug.
Yeah, I gotta cut my hair though because I have racist dad hair now. So I gotta, I have to get rid of the Robert Patrick hairdo. So
yeah, well, it's not short enough on the sides.
Yeah, give it. I know. I actually thought about shaving the sides on it, but I'm like, I can't.
I was gonna say, yeah, I actually did that. Actually, I went in for the first time. I was like, I give it a. Well, I used to call it the old high and tight, but now I guess they call it a fade.
Yeah, it's still a high and tight. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
that's what you actually. That's what you should do on some drunken banter. Is make everyone like piece together like a theme song dance for you.
There you go. Yeah, yeah, that would be good.
I don't know who would do it, but you get a burn.
I can't imagine Rob getting up and doing a dance.
I don't know. He's a singer. He starts singing when he gets some whiskey in him.
He does.
So
yeah.
Get a little bourbon. Get a little more, and I bet you Joe would do it.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Joe would do it. Yeah, I think Joe would do it. Yeah, Rob, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. So, like, are you looking forward to anything like coming up, like entertainment, like comic wise, or anything, or movie wise, or do you have anything you're specking on? I know people spec on things, but
to be honest, I'm not a big spec guy. I'm not really. I buy what I like and kind of.
What's up, Mark?
If I happen to, what's up, Mark? If I happen to come across something that's like, oh, this is a good value or whatever, that's cool. But
yeah,
I very rarely do I sell anything. I usually just give it away or whatever. But it's like
fair enough. Yeah,
But I'm not a big. Yeah, I tried when I first started. Was like, oh, I got to make the.
If I know something, if I know people will pay for it, I'll buy it because I have a dirty horror at some point, and like I think using this hobby to pay for itself is not a horrible way to do it. But I buy things to read for the most part.
Yeah, I literally bought. I think I stood in line to go get those stupid cards at C2E2. Those meta, whatever the hell those.
The MetaZoo or whatever.
I sold 2 of those things.
Yeah,
one for like 50 and another one for $28.
Nice. Yeah, I still have a blister pack. I should just throw them on eBay or whatnot or something.
You should definitely.
Yeah, I gave a pack to Eddie because he likes the cards and like I threw.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
But, I got like one sitting here.
Yeah. I might have 2. I might have more somewhere. I could forget where I put them.
Yeah.
Because Nick and I kept going back and asking the lady for more one day. And she just kept
the
packs. I was like, all right. So
I think I was standing in line with Remy Q and Angel, and we were just kind of there. And then we're like, oh, do you want to get them autographed? And we're like, sure. So we brought them over and they signed them.
Oh, nice.
So I sold
I
one
didn't
of
get
those.
I didn't have any signed. I just kind of grabbed the packs and walked away. But I should have got them signed. And I should have had Andrea Moody sign a couple of the metal covers I bought, but I just didn't catch him when he was at the booth ever. So
yeah.
That was all. Now I know you were on like shuttle duty for a bit for C2E2, but in spite of that, was it a good time for you?
I was funny enough. I was supposed to be on shuttle duty for C2E2, but I failed.
Perfect.
Because I was like the first day I was supposed to go pick up Nick from the airport, and I got busy talking to DJ and a couple other people and Tyler. I just seen him pop in the channel, and I was talking to them, and all of a sudden I looked down. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go pick him up. And by the time I got on the road to get to him, I'm like, dude, I'm like 45 minutes away, and he landed 20 minutes early. I'm like, holy shit. I was like, you might want to Uber, man.
That was good. I mean, You've driven. I lived in Chicago for a bit, and driving to and from O'Hare is not fun.
No, yeah,
By
no,
any
it's
stretch of the
definitely not fun.
imagination. So,
But yeah, other than that, though, I had a good time at the
right.
CQE2, though. It was a good
Are you
time.
gonna go to the August one? I
Probably.
think that.
I don't think I am, to be honest with you. I
All
don't
right.
know.
Okay. Just
I
wondering.
mean, I may do a 1-day pass, but I don't think I'm gonna do like a big 3-day pass. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think
For
of
me, it'll depend about who else is going. I mean, I'll probably go down for at least a day because I can drive down
yeah.
there and
I mean, if
stuff.
you're going down, yeah, if you're going down for a day, I'll meet you down there.
Oh,
I
sure.
usually go on a Saturday and
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna do like a 3-day pass like I did the last time. And because I
Yeah.
did
I
the
think
3-day pass, I did the room, I did the whole thing, and
Oh yeah.
you had the passes for the celebrity and
Oh yeah. I didn't. I just bought a 3-day regular like cheap person pass, but
yeah.
I think if I would love to meet up with everybody again or more people. But I would probably just pick a different con, just because, like
Yeah.
just because I
Yeah.
know
I wanna
Chicago. I'm
wanna
not
go
bored of
somewhere.
Chicago. I just think it'd be fun to do it somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I literally I think I'm going to do Phoenix Con. I think it's
Nice.
called Phoenix Con. I'm doing that in the end of May. So I'll be meeting up with Austin LeMay there. And then I think that's probably the only one I was really thinking of going. I was thinking of
Okay.
maybe going to Indianapolis earlier, but I don't know if I'm gonna go over there. That's
Yeah.
too far of a drive. I'm thinking down 65. It's like, eh.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that drive.
Could always do a puddle jumper for, but
Yeah, that's true. You probably could. Definitely. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
one thing I am looking forward to, and I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff, but I watched a few of the early reviews of the new Batman movie, and
Oh,
it's supposed to
yes.
be a damned awesome. So
Yeah,
like
didn't DJ say that they gave there was a 10? Someone gave it like a
IGN gave it a 10, but I don't, yeah,
IGN, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm interested. I want to go check that out. Definitely.
me too. I don't
Yeah.
I like the idea of like it sounds like a lot of it is like influenced by like Seven
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff, and so I think it'd be really interesting to see the Riddler as an actual evil villain
Yeah.
instead of just a
Yeah.
prankster or like Jim Carrey. So I think
Yeah.
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 So I think the it made sense what they did with him, and I think Paul Dano is creepy as shit. So I think it has
Yeah.
potential. So,
Yep.
but it's also
My
3 hours
wife is like,
long,
"Oh,
and
that's the emo Batman." I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
He's
yeah,
definitely
but you know what? Like Christian Bale was pretty good as Batman and shitty as Bruce Wayne, and like
yeah,
I think Michael Keaton was good as Bruce Wayne and kind of shitty as
Shitty's
Batman. So like,
Batman.
like
Yeah.
I'll
Yep,
take
exactly.
an emo Batman that just beats the hell
Yep.
out of people. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got Ben Affleck. Yeah, he's
Oh, I forgot about Batfleck. He wasn't horrible, but he was like the thick boy Batman. He was
yeah, he was.
and he's
Yeah.
like straight out shooting people. I'm like, that is not Batman. Like,
Yeah, it's not Batman. No, not at all.
I
Not
know
at
they
all.
cheered him up a lot for the Schneider cut, but like
Yeah.
when there's like, oh, your mom's Martha too, I guess I'll stop killing people. It's like really
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
but,
So, but I enjoyed I did enjoy the Snyder cut though. I mean, that definitely made that movie worth watching again. That's for
it
sure.
did. I don't know if I ever need to see it again. That's my problem.
No, I think for me, 1 4 hour day was
Yeah,
enough for me.
like
I've seen it
it was
twice now. I've seen it at 2 hours and I've seen it at 4 hours. I think I'm good.
Yeah, that's enough. I mean, I don't think there was enough like Easter eggs or nuggets or like
Mm,
stuff or
yeah,
even flat out coolness for me to need to watch it again. I was like, all right, it was fun watching it once. I know a
yeah,
lot of other people love it, and that's great. It's just kind of like, all right,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I am excited though for Batman. I'm definitely excited to see that one. So I actually was gonna buy tickets early, and then I got sidetracked and decided I'm gonna buy Foo Fighter tickets for their Foo Fighters show that they had, the
oh,
movie that they
nice.
just had out, the 666 Studio 666. So I ended up going and seeing that with my wife last week.
Oh, that's awesome. Was it a good show?
It's a cheesy, think of Kiss, Phantom of the Park or
All
whatever
right,
type of, it's kind of
yeah,
one of those cheesiest type of things. It's kind of like that, but
all right,
it was a fun time. It was a good,
okay,
and I'm a big Foo Fighter fan, so
that's awesome.
yeah, it's always good to see those guys and
Now,
check
have you
them
been
out.
like going out and doing stuff, or has COVID kind of like shut down all your social stuff and like?
Nah, I've been going out and doing stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
You're the reason it's never going to die. No, kidding.
Right. Trust me, I'm masked up and triple shot. And,
yeah, I mean, same
no,
here. I mean,
I'm the same way. But
at some point you have to start living the life a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, for the first little bit of time, I was a big portion of it was spent in the hospital, so I wasn't like I didn't have to worry about it. And then I got out and I was still at home. I couldn't go anywhere, so I did for the first almost year. I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, it's about
I couldn't do anything. So,
yeah. First year I didn't do
that
anything, and then when I hit year 2, I was like, I had to do something.
All right,
I got to do a little bit.
I mean,
if it weren't for COVID,
yeah,
YouTube never would have happened. But like, it's
true. That is true. That is
but
true.
But it's still it's a mixed bag. Some of you jerks. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. So you've been doing. How long you been on YouTube though? You since COVID?
I started pre-COVID, but like if you watch any of my early vids, they were not at all comic related. I did some science fiction book reviews. I tried being a life advice channel, which is the dumbest idea ever because I don't know what the hell I'm doing in life. And and then eventually I just did a video walking my dog, which had more views than anything else. And I'm like, all right,
oh, that's awesome.
Then I kind of gave up, and then COVID, and I'm like, I started watching. I can't remember who I watched. I watched somebody unboxing something.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm gonna order a mystery box, and then I'm like, well, I might as well film it.
Yep.
And I think it's like Torpedo was either the first or second box I bought.
Oh, really?
I was like, well, that was bad.
Well, I told you this when we were at C2E2. You and DJ were the reason I actually started YouTubing and buying a mystery box. I bought my first Comic Time mystery box. I got it in. I seen you guys were doing it, and I'm just like, oh, I want to open my box on camera.
Yeah, it was somebody else. I can't remember who I watched. It might have even been. No, I really can't remember.
Yeah,
I know I watched a lot of Gem Mint before I went on, and then can't remember who I first saw that was just doing unboxings. And it was fun enough as like whoever it was.
Yeah,
so, and it was just kind of and
it kind of weird because I'd always watch videos like I never watched like content like comic book content or anything because I wasn't really into comic books at the time, but gamers and stuff like that. So hanging out on all the young gamer channels and stuff like that and watching them play games and doing that type of stuff. And so I do that a lot. And so I was familiar enough with YouTube and how it worked and making
you started doing that again, right? You started making some content. I saw you the other day for about 3 minutes. I'm like, I have not played this game. I'm not going to watch any of this.
I was playing the game. Yeah, I was bored. It was a Saturday.
Are you going to become a professional Twitch streamer?
I know. I closed my Twitch account up. I used to have one as long ago, and it's gone.
You son of a bitch, Painted Pages. You son of a bitch. Like,
what do you? What?
He won an Ultimate Fallout 4 from a torpedo box.
Oh, did he? Holy
crap. So I mean, it's good that somebody has. I mean, that's proof that like they're not all awful.
Yeah. Didn't Comic Vet win the 181 from there? Or
Comic Vet won something big. Wink won, I think, a couple $1,000 book from them too. And then,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, people have won. I don't have that kind of with them. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's what I heard.
I am not complaining. When I was doing that Spider-Man booth, I won some really big stuff. So
yeah,
it was just a different company. A lot of people like to shit on. So it's like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I think I ended up buying that one some comics. It was actually I think Spider-Gwen and a couple other things, and then ended up winning that one signed book. That was a I forgot what it was. Oh, and then I ended up giving it away. I gave it away to someone on the comics for curing cancer. So went for a good cause,
Yeah, like, you're supposed to hoard these things, Chip.
Whatever.
Yeah,
it's whatever. It's like I can't take it with me. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, fair
I don't have kids to will it to, so that's why I'll will this back to you.
Oh well, thanks. I'm listen. I'm going to die before you do. I'm an unhealthy mess of a.
But I'm much older than you, so that's okay.
I'm just gonna. I got like the chances of you outliving me are pretty good. That's all I'm gonna say. And on that cheerful note, we're at about an hour. So, what do you have coming up? You got banter this weekend?
I'll probably do banter.
Okay.
I was kind of on the fence about whether I'm even going to do banters anymore or not, or whether I'm even going to do YouTube anymore or not. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe slide it up and be like, hey, I'm done with social media and be done with life. But I'll probably do a banter.
All right. Well, there you go. You get that rousing commitment, folks. So if you want,
yes, exactly.
Probably
you
hang
see
out
me.
with
You
Chip
see
on
me. If you
Saturday
don't,
night.
you don't. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. Well, I've got my probably last trade paperback live giveaway, or not live review show that where I'm going to give away a book tomorrow, and then Wednesday is my comic book review. Thursday I'm unboxing something, and then next Monday, the next issue or next episode of this fine show, Unboxing Match with Brian LCS, the man that invented the world's most rigged review show or rigged awards show. I'm kidding. Well, thanks for being on, man. I appreciate it. Hopefully it was a good time. And hopefully
I appreciate it, definitely.
And thanks for agreeing to do it. Audience, if anybody wants to be on, I have openings starting in April. So I have 4 weeks to open in April. So if you want to do this, hit me up on Instagram at Empty Thought Balloon. I'd love to have anybody in the community. We can make it work. And you don't have to have built mystery boxes before or anything. It's just kind of a fun way to get to know each other. So, and on that note, get out of here and don't be dicks.
Don't be a dick, people. Bye.